Good evening, everybody. It's after 7 o'clock. We have been home for, oh, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. The trip to Springfield was eventful in a positive manner. Jeri was in good spirits. I was trying to keep myself neutral. Um, but we got her to her appointment. They said I could have stayed, but I um, didn't know how long it was going to be because it sounded like it was going to be an all day, like 4 o'clock, and that they won't be done until 4 o'clock type deal. So after Jeri was set and everything was good to go, um, I left to go do some of the things that we talked about doing in Springfield, which Jeri was very approval. She was like, yeah, you don't have to wait here. Just go out and do what go out and do these things and then come back and pick me up. We thought it was going to be 6 hours or 5 hours or whatever. So we went to Sam's Club for food stuff and bulk stuff that we needed around the house. Then we went over to Battlefield Mall in Springfield to get some bourbon chicken, big old catering platter for bourbon chicken. We bring that home and we separate it into small containers for mom to pick out when she wants to, medium to large containers for all of us to have. So that was one of the things we did. After picking up Diane, we went to Cinnabon, but one of the places we went to, which I'm gonna go ahead and talk about. I'm not worried about how people think about stuff I got because I know who I am. I know where my beliefs are. But one of the things I got at my favorite bookstore, it's called Renaissance Bookstore. It's a new age type shop, but they have a little bit of everything. They have books for all the different religions, both God-based or Christian-based religions, as well as Celtic and Norse mythology and Native American and yoga, Tai Chi. They had a little bit of everything as well as some clothing. But I go on there for incense, which is one of the things I got. I was running low on certain incense that I burned in my room, and I wanted some more. I got lavender, rainforest, or not rainforest. It's like after the rain smell in a forest type smell. See here, lavender, the rain smell, sandalwood, myrrh, and lavender. I love those smells. So I got those particular incense sticks. I also got, I don't know if you guys will know what this is, if you see it. Some of you will. It's called the Worry Stone. Now, when I first learned about the Worry Stone and bought one way back when I was a teenager, probably late teens, early 20s, when I started learning more about New Age stuff, is the story goes that if you have a stone, and a lot of people just take a regular stone and they end up just from rubbing it so much to get rid of their worries, it causes a thumb imprint or thumb indent. This one already has the indent in it, but what it is, you take it, and if you have anything that's going to cause you worry or concern, like my wife's health situation, that's why I bought a new one. You just take it in your hand and you just rub it with your thumb, and basically you're rubbing your worries out. You're just trying to get rid of the worries. And that's why they call it a worry stone, because it supposedly absorbs your worries. Then I also got myself 3 different types of candles. Now, the candles go back to when I was doing Native American New Age type studies. The first one, which has a very cranberries or berry type smell, is bear. And basically, bear represents spiritual strength, knowledge, balance, and independent thinking. So I got it because, going along with the Native American people, burn this and it will give you spiritual strength, which I think Jeri will need um, during this difficult journey. Of course, Jeri was joking with me and said, "Oh, I got them because of the little pendants that are on them." This one is the wolf candle, and the wolf represents cooperation, loyalty, family, intelligence, and freedom. And I felt this one would be good for her because freedom from her pain and the issues of what the doctors are saying, cancer, which I'm not going to follow what they say just yet until we get the final results and whatnot from the biopsy today. And the last one, which has a very nice lavender type smell, is Raven. Raven represents intelligence, wellness, and keeper of secrets. I figured wellness especially would be a boon or benefit to her. And the last book I got out of my usual curiosity and whatnot is a book called Reading the Runes, Beginner's Guide, but I did not get it to be a rune reader. I got it for the understanding and learning what runes are, the history of the runes, the mythology behind the runes. And I already know from one other book that I read that they're almost similar but slightly different, because you have the Old Norse runes, which was their secret language during the time of invasion and conversion. The Celts had their own style, and the Germanic people of Germany, like areas near Denmark and whatnot, which were part of the Norse Empire back in the days of the Norse. And curiosity, I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn more about my ancestral people, and that much. No, I don't plan on being a rune reader or anything like this. This is for my own personal use, my own personal knowledge. This is not something I'm going to use for gain of any form. But for those of you who are worried about me not being the Christian I am, there's no worries. Like I've said before, I have studied a lot of different things that veer away from the ideal Christianity lifestyle, but I always return. I always return to my roots and the way I was raised. So I'm not too worried about it. Jeri's deal today. Let's talk about Jeri some more. We got up there and she was in good spirits, and when surprisingly, before we got to Cinnabons, at like 1, no, it wasn't 1, it wasn't? It was either close, no, it was close to 2 o'clock. And they said that she was done, and we can come and pick her up in 15 minutes. And we had to reroute, and it took us a little over 15 minutes. So by the time I got to right outside the office that she was in, or the location she was at in the Mercy Medical Center in Springfield, they were rolling her out, and a young intern by the name of Austin, basically took us over to get to medical records so she can get her disc with all the slides and pictures and imagery of her exams, her tests, whatever. And then he took us through a scenic route of the Mercy Hospital to get to the entrance we were at. But she was in high spirits, good spirits and whatnot. She felt great. Granted, I have a feeling the reason why she felt great still is between the endorphins and the different medications and whatnot they probably pumped her full of to put her under. It wasn't until we were halfway home that she started complaining about some minor aches and pains in her hip. And well, being somebody who's gone through various surgeries for various, mostly dental work, I can tell you this much. Just like I said to her, I said, I want you to take it easy until tomorrow. Once tomorrow rolls around, we'll see how you feel. Because I remember the one time that I had to have wisdom tooth and another tooth, and then a third tooth here, and then, no, it was, 3 teeth on this side and the 2 wisdom teeth on this side taken out, and they had to put me under. And when I came out of it, I wasn't like, I don't know what it was that caused me to jump up, but I wasn't even able to walk straight. I was getting up like, all right, let's go. Oh, nope. I'm going to sit back down. But they basically kept her under observation until she was capable enough to be coherent. But I know because when that dental operation happened that day, I didn't feel nothing. It wasn't until the next day where I was like, I was like, okay, where's the painkillers? Where's morphine? I don't care, whatever it was. But yeah, tomorrow she's gonna probably be feeling it bad. But I told her, just take it easy for the rest of the day. We'll see what tomorrow's like. If you feel like coming out of the bedroom to sit in a chair comfortably or whatnot, you can sit out in the living room like you have been for a couple hours. Maybe depending on how I feel or where I'm at with. I told Jeri this evening, I have to do something about this house because it's getting out of control again. Between the pantry, just difficulties with the pantry, and I mean, I love my family. I love the fact that my sister-in-law came to help out with Jeri, and it's not a bad but. It's more like because she's cooking a lot of healthy food for Jeri and trying to get Jeri full of healthy foods and off the keto, because the keto is not going to be very good for her under these current circumstances. So we have a lot of extra food coming in the house and extra stuff to put away, and sometimes we don't have the room to put it away, so it stays out on the counters, which need to be organized and rearranged anyhow. So it's kind of like I walked through the house when we got back from Springfield and just went, no. Got to find a way to organize stuff. So I have a feeling tomorrow morning, until everybody's awake and willing to do whatever, I'm going to try to work in my pantry to get it straightened up and organized so I can put more food stuff in there, dry goods and whatnot, and then clean and rearrange my big freezer, which has got most of our food stuff in, and then hopefully try to clean and rearrange my kitchen refrigerator freezer so we can work in that, and then maybe just clean up the counters and whatnot. Because one of the things that I know we agreed on when Julie came down here was Julie was primarily here to take care of Jeri Ann. But she's been trying to cook for all of us, even though Mom is picky and she's not into the health food. I'm at least trying everything. I mean, thing was, yesterday I had tried something for the first time that I've never tried before, and that was pumpkin soup, which wasn't too bad. It was a little bit better when you add a little bit of sour cream to it. And Julie took the outer rind of the pumpkin, and she took half of it and made it with cinnamon sugar, brown sugar and cinnamon, or brown sugar and butter, and the other with like seasonings. So one was sweet, one was savory, and I tried the sweet one, and I'm like, this is pumpkin because it tasted like sweet potato. It tasted like a sweet potato to me. So I was like, okay, something new. Don't know how to make it, but yeah, okay. Last weekend I had cooked, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 Nordic dishes for everybody to enjoy because I knew Mom would enjoy it as much as Jeri and I'm glad Julie enjoyed it as well. Tomorrow is either going to be some of the bourbon chicken we picked up today, or leftovers. Because I think what we need to do during the weekend is eat the leftovers because there's a lot of leftovers in there. So it's kind of like let's either eat leftovers or something. We'll eat the whole thing so we don't have any leftovers to put into the refrigerator because the refrigerator is getting maxed out. So, yeah, something I got to decide, or me and Julie have to decide tomorrow morning, because Julie said she don't think she's going to be able to eat the bourbon chicken because it's got too much sugars and whatnot that she's trying to avoid. So I'm kind of like, okay, there's plenty of. That's why I'm kind of like, do I want to do bourbon chicken for all of us, or do I want to do let's get rid of leftovers type situation? But I don't know the full extent of we haven't gotten the aftermath results of the biopsy today. I'm not going to worry about it until Monday, and Monday I'll be like, did we get it yet? Did we get it yet? The good thing about Monday will be I will be back to work after a 4-day weekend. I know it's going to be a little difficult at first because I slept in yesterday and today. Tomorrow I'm getting up around 6, and then Sunday I'll be getting up at 5 just to get my body back to getting up early. But I don't know if from what it sounded like, Jeri wasn't put under full anesthesia. She was given a local, which basically they numbed her legs so they can, because that's what they had to work on. They couldn't go for the tumor in her knee because there was too much tissue, according to Jeri's recap. They did go for a tumor that's on her upper femur, on the bone itself, which I'm kind of like, I don't understand why they couldn't get to the one in the knee, but hey, the doctors know what they're doing and whatnot. But according to Jeri, who's a medical geek, she likes all things medical, they were using a scope to look into the leg so they can guide the needle to where they wanted to get the biopsy sample from. And according to what they told her, because knowing her, she asked a billion questions, they use a scope to guide the needle, and at the front of the needle is like this miniature drill bit that they drill into the bone to get the sample. Which I'm kind of like, dang, I missed that. That would have piqued my interest right there. I'm not a big medical geek like she is, but just the factor that they're watching a screen that's looking through her leg, guiding this needle. But the one thing that she said that kind of like was like, oh, wow, that's great. The doctor, or one of the doctors, she had like 3 or 4 doctors and 2 interns or something like that, or nurses, whatever. Basically 5 people there to basically help with whatever needed to be helped with. But according to Jeri, the doctor asked if it was okay if he prayed before the procedure. And knowing my wife the way I know my wife was like, sure, go for it. I'll be right there with you. And she basically told me and Julie that she had to apologize to the doctor for squeezing his hand. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you might not have wanted to do that, but we were joking with her. So I'm glad it's over and done with the procedure, or the biopsy, however you want to put it. I'm patiently waiting for the results, the after report, however you want to put it, before I start going, okay, that's done. What's next? Because like I told Julie when we were driving around Springfield by ourselves, she was asking me how I was doing. I said, I'm taking it one day at a time, because if I don't take it one day at a time and I let my mind jump too far ahead, it's going to be worst case scenario, and I'm going to be no good to anybody. So, one day at a time. We got Friday done. Tomorrow is whatever we can do around the house. Sunday, again, whatever we can do around the house. Waiting for the report so we can start talking about the future, or talking to doctors so we can talk about the future. And I'm kind of like, one day at a time. Let's just deal with one day at a time until we know exactly what's going on and what all we have to do. We have to plan for medical expenses. We have to plan for just living expenses. Unless, don't take this the wrong way, folks, I do not want everybody digging in their pocketbooks or whatnot. I'm not looking for donations. But like I said, Jeri, unless things get dire, we'll have to look into AAA and Medicare and Medicaid and the Cancer Society and whatever else we can look at to help us with our situation. I'm hoping it's going to be one of those, oh yeah, it's a simple, we'll just have to, you have to get certain simple chemo or radiation treatments, which we can do right here in Rolla at the hospital. But it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, it's done and over with. There's nothing we can talk about for preventative things. It's now one of those, okay, you've done this. What else do you need to do to start treatments? Or how soon can we talk about treatments? Or what are we looking at type situation? I'm going to stay with my job as long as necessary, or as long as I can. I'm not looking into retirements. If anything, I might have to pull back to a part-time job just because I need to be around here. Don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the future holds, and I'm doing one day at a time. I'm not gonna, do any extreme worries. So that is my video for this evening. Tomorrow is Saturday, and I'll probably be doing a morning video. But I hope you guys have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you very much. I should have done this in the very beginning. But I thank you guys very much for your prayers, your well wishes. That's all I ask for. Just prayers and well wishes for Jeri. So, anyhow, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments that I might be able to answer, go ahead and put them in. If you're new to my channel and you want to hear more, or you're interested in this particular subject or whatever, there's a subscribe button there. You click on the subscribe button, and then a little bell will pop up, and then YouTube will let you know when our next video comes in, or my next video comes in, or I don't know. But anyhow, enjoy the weekend. God bless. Bye.